Hi guys, today's case is going to be on the disappearance and bizarre death of Jelani Day. As you guys know, I don't normally like to cover cases this early on as there is not a lot of factual information. This case is still unfolding as we speak, and the information from the media can be inaccurate, misreported, and/or misleading. However, this case hits close to home for me. I was born and raised in Chicago, and I have a half-brother whose name is Jelani. So I'm going to do my best to give you guys the most accurate and up-to-date information I can find. That being said, there may be some discrepancies in this story. Links to all of my sources and extended articles will be in the description below. Please read the disclaimer, and let's get into today's case. Jelani Day was a driven 25-year-old graduate student from Danville, Illinois. He studied at the Illinois State University, or ISU. He was one of 5 siblings and an avid swimmer in high school. He ran track and field at the A&M University of Alabama. In 2008, he graduated from Alabama A&M University, top of his class. He was now studying at ISU to get his master's degree in speech pathology, and was a member of the fraternity Omega Psi Phi or Psi Phi. I'm not sure which way to say it. While studying for his master's degree, he lived in an off-campus apartment in Bloomington, Illinois.
His dad actually has cancer, and Jelani is the bone marrow match for his dad. He loved his dad. He would come here in Chicago and visit him at Northwestern Hospital, sit with him, encourage him, pray with him.
Jelani's dream was to be a doctor, and he was well on his way to achieving that dream. On Monday, August 23rd, the day before he went missing, he speaks for the last time with his mother and the director of his clinical program, Cara Boaster. She said that they were discussing his coursework and that they made plans for him to come see her the next morning. This would be the last known time that anyone had heard from Jelani. On Tuesday, August 24th at 7:20 a.m., Jelani is seen at the ISU Bone Student Center. He was wearing his professional business attire, which consisted of black slacks, a blue button-down, and a blue face mask. And I believe he had on like some black shoes. He was seen signing into some computers with his student ID, taking some notes, and what appeared to be him preparing for class later on that day. His last debit card purchase was at a Starbucks on the ISU campus at the Student Center. He is later caught by security cameras around 9:15 at the Beyond Hello dispensary on Veterans Parkway. As you can see in the pictures, he is looking up at the cameras. He has removed his mask. A lot of people are speculating as to why he removed his mask and looked straight into the camera. A lot of people feel like that's an odd thing to do. But there are some dispensaries that require you to actually take off your mask and look into the camera so that they just have a picture of your face just in case anything happens. But others speculate that he looked into the camera because he knew something was wrong and he wanted to make sure that his face was seen on camera in case something happened to him later. Maybe people would be able to identify him. I'm sure once police and investigators have spoken to the owners and employees at that dispensary, they will find out exactly what happened that day. That information just has not been given to the public yet, unfortunately. Now guys, remember, he was at school in his professional attire, wearing the blue button down, those slacks, and his blue face mask. However, when he showed up to the dispensary around 9:15, he was wearing a completely different outfit. He's wearing a blue baseball cap with a fish on the front. I do believe this is a team baseball cap. He is wearing a Jimi Hendrix tee, and he is wearing white, what appears to be athletic shorts. He's wearing some black or dark toned sneakers with a white bottom. Those sneakers appear to be Nikes. I don't know if they are actually Nikes. You can't really tell from the security camera footage. I just personally believe they're Nikes because in Chicago, everybody wears Nikes. We're known to wear Nikes. I don't know, that's just me. Comment down below if I'm wrong, if you from Chicago and you remember it a different way. His white 2010 Chrysler 300 was also captured in the parking lot of this dispensary. He did park in the back of the parking lot, and a lot of people are speculating as to why he parked where he did, because he parked towards the back of the parking lot when there were parking spaces in the front of the store that were free for him to park in. They're saying that maybe he was trying to hide or something suspicious was going on. To be honest with you, I think that's just like his preference. This security camera footage from the dispensary is the last known sighting of Jelani alive. Now remember, you guys, Jelani was supposed to meet with his clinical director, Cara, that day, but he never showed up. Cara tried calling, she tried texting him, but he did not respond. So she just figured she would wait around because she knew he had a class at 1 p.m. But when he didn't show up for class, she knew something was wrong. "This is not like Jelani," she said. Now, I do think it is important to note, I did read somewhere that there was not a set time for Jelani and Cara's meeting. He was just supposed to kind of stop by, pop in. However, Cara was adamant that missing class was not something that any of their graduate students would do at all. Allegedly, a classmate of Jelani's, someone claiming to be a part of the same program as he, said that there were about 30 or so students in the program and that it was a very, very intense program. So people didn't usually miss a meeting or a class unless it was a real emergency. So the next day rolls around, Wednesday the 25th. Now Jelani was known as a mama's boy, so I want you guys to know that. He kept in regular contact with his family, especially his mother, calling her multiple times a day. So when she hadn't heard anything from him, she became concerned. And when she found out that he hadn't shown up to school, she became increasingly concerned and contacted the police. And an ISU faculty member also reported him missing at that time. It was reported that Jelani's brother went to Jelani's apartment along with police, and it was reported that nothing was out of place, everything looked in order. So the only thing that they did notice was that his car was missing from the home. On Thursday, August 26th, Jelani's car was found in a wooded area in Peru near the LaSalle line by the YMCA, 60 miles north of Bloomington. While searching the vehicle, police found his clothing inside of the car. It was the same outfit he can be seen wearing in the dispensary. It is unclear whether or not he changed back into his school clothing, and if he had to be back at school, like why change out of your school uniform just to go to the dispensary, and then if you knew you're going back to school? It's possible also that he may have been planning to not go back to school, which is also odd, because then what was he going to be doing? Was he going to be meeting with someone? Allegedly, it was only the t-shirt and baseball cap that was found in the vehicle. However, I cannot confirm that. All police stated was that the clothes he was wearing in the dispensary was found in the vehicle. They didn't say which articles of clothing were found. They just said the clothes he was wearing in the dispensary was found inside of the vehicle. However, what they didn't find was Jelani's car keys, his cell phone, and his license plates. They are all still missing. Friday, August 27th, ISU releases a statement asking students to contact the Bloomington Police Department if they have any information as to the whereabouts of Jelani Day. They also posted flyers, and students were encouraged to contact student counseling services. During this time, police did an extensive aerial and ground search. Investigators brought in canines, and Bloomington and Peru police departments began working the case together. Monday, August 30th, Jelani's mother offers a $25,000 cash reward. A GoFundMe has been set up to help provide resources in solving this case. As of today, they have raised $32,246. I will leave a link to the GoFundMe in the description below. On August 31st, Bloomington Police Department released information on Jelani's last known whereabouts, hoping that the public would come forward with some new information. On Wednesday, September 1st, Jelani's family scours the area near the Beyond Hello dispensary looking for clues. They made a statement pleading with whomever knew anything or had him to come forward or let him go. On September 2nd, Jelani's wallet was discovered by Peru police. someone turned it into them stating that they had found the wallet in the streets in LaSalle, about 94 miles southeast of Chicago. This person also turned in an additional item that they believed belonged to another ISU student, a lanyard. But after Jelani's mom took a look at it, she believes that it is Jelani's, but she is not 100% sure. Allegedly, the person says they saw a black male in a red shirt and black bottoms walking, and he dropped the wallet. On Friday, September 3rd, Jelani's mother, Carmen, spoke at a gathering that was held at the Bone Student Center in support of the search efforts. More than 100 people turned up. On Saturday, September 4th, authorities find a body floating off the south bank of the Illinois River, east of the Illinois 251st Bridge in LaSalle County. So they alerted the family. They told them it could take up to several weeks before the body was identified. They would not allow Jelani's mother to look at the body. I personally believe this was due to the condition of the body. A couple of days later, Carmen, Jelani's mother, was called down to the police station to identify some additional pieces of clothing that was found near the river by 2 other ISU students. His mother didn't believe the clothing belonged to him. The other 2 ISU students saw the clothing there previous days before. They just didn't report it because they didn't think anything of it. When they saw Jelani's story, they kind of linked 2 and 2 together and was like, we need to call the police and alert authorities because this could be a part of that. On Thursday, September 23rd, a preliminary autopsy done by the LaSalle County coroner identified the body found in the Illinois River as Jelani Day. They were able to identify the body by dental records. The family also gave DNA samples. Carmen, Jelani's mom, wrote this Facebook post in response to the findings. There are no words to clearly communicate our devastation. Our hearts are broken. Now remember, you guys, this was just a preliminary autopsy report. It was the first stages of the autopsy, which is just to identify the body. There's other tests that still need to be done on the body, such as a toxicology report. They have not released a cause or manner of death yet. Now, apparently the family had grown impatient with the police as well as the coroner's office. So the family hired an independent forensic pathologist to do their own autopsy report on the body. Now, it was originally reported that Jelani's body was missing its eyes and internal organs, and that the internal organs were completely liquefied. On October 8th, an article written by the Chicago Sun-Times gave gruesome details describing the state in which the body was found in. The article read, the family's private forensic pathologist could not find a brain, according to Mrs. Day and her attorney, no organs, neither liver nor spleen. Immediately after the Chicago Sun-Times article was published, Twitter users amplified the report findings. People were angry and they were demanding justice for Jelani. On Monday, October 11th, Jelani's mother gave a statement to WGN News in which she implied that she and her attorney had been misquoted. So, Miss Carmen said, no organs were missing. I do not want to stray from the facts. There were contradicting facts from the first preliminary autopsy compared to the second independent autopsy. But this is not a case of organ harvesting. However, my son did not put himself in a river. My son was murdered, and my goal and purpose are to find out what happened and hold those responsible accountable. I'm just trying to figure out how it happened, because that's crazy. How you misquote something that huge? Was the man missing his eyeballs? Did he have his eyes or not? Did he have his brain or not? I mean, these are body parts missing. Somebody explain, because I just don't know where the misunderstanding happened. Tuesday, October 12th, Jelani Day's siblings released this statement clarifying that there were, in fact, body parts missing from the second autopsy report. And they are still searching for answers as to why. First, we just want to express our thanks for the continuous support from everyone. We know a lot of you have been reaching out, and if we haven't read or responded yet, we will. Just give us some time. Secondly, we know majority of you have read the Accurate Sun-Times article, seen other posts about our brother's body, and also been reading our mother's post. They continue on to say, our mom is trying to focus on one thing, and that is who murdered our brother. She has been doing an amazing job. As far as the body, there are things that are missing that we do not have an accurate explanation as to why they are missing. We also have questions as to why the first autopsy results differ from the second autopsy results. Per the second autopsy, the pathologist didn't have all the body parts / organs for the body they identified as our brother Jelani Day. Also, according to the second autopsy, the pathologist was confused as to why the first pathologist did what he did to our brother's body to perform the autopsy itself. Furthermore, the second pathologist was confused as to why he didn't have the whole body, and we are under the impression that the state lab still has body parts in their possession. Also, there are major organs that are damaged, or in their words, mush and liquefied. And they wrote in bold, in all caps, in bold, we are not taking organ harvesting off the table, but still our mother's wishes are to not make organ harvesting the main focus. We are unsure if the whole body was there, so this is why we didn't do a burial. This is why we are in the process of getting a third autopsy done due to the numerous amounts of conflicting information from the first and second autopsies. They continue to say, they have been keeping us in the dark, and we, the family, have been working to get answers. Due to the distrust, this is why we suspect foul play of the LaSalle County Coroner, LaSalle Sheriff's Office, LaSalle PD, Peru PD, and Bloomington PD. For these reasons, this is why we want / need the FBI involved as well. Thank you for your understanding, and please respect our family's privacy and wishes by not contacting our mother with questions. Please give her time to breathe, think, and sleep. Thank you again. God bless. # Justice for Jelani Day. Oh my God. I gotta take a deep breath for them, because this sounds like a clusterfuck of a nightmare. Did nature do this to his body? Is this from natural causes? Or did the first coroner do these damages to his body during that initial autopsy report? What part of the damage is from nature, the coroner, and or the murderer? How do we decipher the damage and what happened to his body? Also, there was reported a sighting of a man that was in their neighborhood that was going from house to house. Police say that they have interviewed this guy, they have checked him out, and they cleared him as a suspect. Sadly, guys, that is where we are at with the Jelani Day case. What do you guys think about this case? Please let me know in the comments down below. If you like videos like these, check out my last episode. I'll leave a link on the screen right here. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also share, please share, because it really helps me out. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.